on your cushion or your block. Let's draw the spine nice and straight up towards the sky. Let the knees fall towards the earth. And if this isn't comfortable in your hips, you can always tuck blocks under the knees or pillows. And let's just go ahead and take 3 nice cleansing breaths. We'll inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Take a big breath in and let it go out the mouth. Another inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Maybe close the eyes and inhale again. Biggest breath you've taken so far today. And let it go. Let's go ahead and lift the shoulders up towards the ears. And then draw them away and down the back actively. Lifting up through the heart. Let the tailbone be long. By that I mean drawing down towards the earth. Even as you lift the crown of the head up towards the sky. Tuck that chin, drawing the tips of the ears up towards the sky if you were a little elf. Let the elbows be heavy. Maybe close the eyes here as you have this sensation of simultaneously being grounded and uplifted. Long through the spine. Breathing here. Let's find a nice breath here. Let's do a 3 parts breath. We'll inhale down into the belly, filling it up like it's a water balloon. And exhale. Just focusing on the belly. Inhaling like it's a water balloon down at the base of the belly, filling up from bottom to top, just like you're filling up with a water faucet. And exhale, letting it all go. And again, fill up the belly. And exhale through the nose. And then let's focus on filling up the chest. We'll inhale into the upper part of the chest like it's a hot air balloon. And exhale out the bottom. Just in the upper cavity here, inhale, lifting the collarbones, lifting the heart, and exhale. One more time, fill up that balloon at the chest, and exhale. And then let's take the hands and hold your rib cage in your palms. Maybe your palms are out to the sides here, drawing the elbows back, or maybe underneath the breasts here, right out in front, somewhere along that line, wherever is comfortable for your arms. And as you inhale, really focus on filling up that rib cage and expanding through the sides here. And as you exhale, hug the rib cage in. Inhale, expanding through center. Exhale, hugging the ribs in. Inhale out, spreading space in between the ribs. And exhale out, drawing in like you're being cinched up in a corset. Now take your palms back to your thighs or knees. And actually, let's go ahead and switch the leg position. If you're in hero's pose, obviously you don't need to switch it up, but you could if you felt like you wanted to at this point. But just switch the cross of your legs. Bring your palms to thighs or knees for a really grounded experience. Or maybe turn the palms up if that feels good in your shoulders and you want more of a receiving kind of a position, or maybe an offering position. And we'll inhale here in all three spaces, drawing breath first down into the belly, filling up from bottom to top, then into the chest, filling up from top to the center, to the ribs, and then filling up across the ribs. So we'll inhale belly, chest, ribs. Exhale, letting everything go. Let's do that again a few more times. Inhaling deep into the belly, high in the chest, all the way across the center. Continue to breathe like that, letting it all just go after every inhale. Continue to draw the crown of the head up towards the sky and ground down through the sit bones. Make space in between all the vertebrae, drawing yourself up to your very highest height. Expanding through the belly and the chest and the ribs. And just letting the breath go. One more breath like that here. And then let's release. And let's go ahead and come down into child's pose. Move aside any cushions or anything you've got under you for now, but keep them nearby in case they come in handy. Let's go ahead and take the knees as wide as the mat and bring the big toes together and send the hips back towards the heels here. Really stretch the arms out in front of you, drawing space in between the shoulder blades and just melting the heart and the forehead towards the earth. Stretch everything out long. Reach, reach, reach away with the fingertips and then draw them back slightly, just really plugging those arm bones into the shoulder socket, kind of pulling your knees towards your hands, but not actually moving on the mat. Really making space along the shoulder blades. And then just relax the forearms to the mat. Come into a nice, soft child's pose. Inhale here. And then exhale and walk the hands over towards the right side of the mat. Not so far that the left sit bone lifts up from the heel. So keep that left sit bone anchored to the heel here. And reach over towards the right, maybe stacking the left hand on top of the right. And stretching over to the right side, really inhaling into that left side body, expanding the ribs, pressing that sit bone back, long from the fingertips all the way down to the hip. Breathing here. Let's inhale back to center and then exhale, walking the hands over towards the left. You can bring the forehead down to the mat if that's comfortable for you, or maybe rest it on your bicep. Keep that right sit bone anchored to the hip or the heel and stretch out long through the right side body. Inhaling here. Exhaling to release. Let's come back to center and go ahead and come up to tabletop. Parallel the shins and feet. and knees. Draw the hips over the knees here. Shoulders can be right above the wrists or maybe an inch or so forward, and really press into those fingers and kind of lift the palms up like there's a cupcake underneath them and you don't want to smash that frosting. And we're going to inhale into cow here, dropping the belly and lifting the heart. And exhale into a nice, soft, gentle cat, drawing the belly button up through the spine. Inhale, cow. Maybe bend the elbows and curl the toes under. Inhale, cat, dropping the crown of the head towards the mat and really pressing into those fingers and palms. One more time, moving with your breath. And the next time you inhale back to cow, as you exhale, round down through the right side body, pressing back into your hips. And then inhale up through the left side body, coming back to cow. So we're just going around and around, inhaling forward, exhaling out to the side and back. Inhaling out to the opposite side and back. I'm just really getting a lot of nice articulation in the spine here. Moving with as big as circles as feel good in your body. And the next time you come forward into cow, go ahead and reverse the circles. Exhaling down through the left side body and inhaling up through the right. Feel free to get funky here, really letting some movement come into the spine. And as you press back with those hips, think about scraping them all the way back, stretching back, kind of like you're making cookies and you're using a spatula to scrape the bowl clean so you get every last little bit. Just scrape around with the hips one more time. Pressing back, inhaling back to cow, and coming all the way back to a nice soft child's pose, bringing the forearms along the calves so that the palms are face up and next to the feet. Coming into this nice little ball here. Go ahead and find that nice big 3-part breath again here. Filling up into the belly and the chest and across the ribs. And as you do that, focus on filling up the back body, filling up the small of the back and behind the heart and across the ribs. And just melting in the earth as you exhale. Find one more breath like that here. And then let's go ahead and inhale back up to tabletop. Stretch that right leg out long. And then bring it all the way forward, bringing the right knee next to the right wrist. Coming into half pigeon here. Let's really lift that left leg away from the mat, curling the left toes under, pressing into the mat with your fingertips here and drawing the heart forward, drawing the shoulders down the back, tucking that chin, lifting the crown. Really think about inhaling into that left hip flexor here. Opening up space in the front of the hip. And then let's go ahead and relax the left knee to the earth. Bring the top of the foot down to the mat and come down into a nice soft Sphinx pose here. Bring the forearms to the mat, spreading the hands nice and wide. Drawing those shoulder blades down towards the tailbone and really kind of squaring those hips to the earth. You can use a block or a cushion underneath the right hip here if that feels good to you. And you can draw that right shin towards the front of the mat, maybe even making it parallel with the mat. I've got my heel back here in my groin though, near the left hip flexor. And let's go ahead and bring the chin to the chest. And let's begin to move the head from side to side, taking one ear to one shoulder, and then moving to the opposite side. Finding whatever space needs a little extra attention. And then go ahead and take whatever position here in your pigeon that you like. You can bring your forehead to the mat, coming into child's pose in the upper body, or you can stack your hands and bring your forehead to the back of the hands. You can stay in Sphinx pose if that feels good. And let's just breathe here. Inhaling, expanding the skin of the back. Exhaling here. Softening the jaw and the skin of the face. Just letting go of any effort here. The next time you inhale, go ahead and press yourself back up to your fingertips. Draw that heart towards the sky. And if it feels good and you'd like a little bit more sensation in the front of the left thigh, you can draw the left heel towards the buttocks and reach back with that left hand and hold that foot in this kind of a dancer's pose. You can plant that right palm down to the mat and really press the top of the foot into the left hand here. Opening up through the shoulder. Inhaling here, and then release the foot if you have it, and swing the left leg all the way around, coming to stack on top of the right, really opening up in the hips here, stacking the left shin over the right shin, and you can put a block underneath the left knee here, or maybe a pillow if that feels good, but really flex that top foot here. Keep the sit bones as level as you can. And maybe press into the top of that left thigh with the heel of the left hand so that you can really open up that thigh. Maybe give it a little bit of a massage here. Maybe take both hands and massage the calf and along the shin. Maybe the ankle needs a little attention, or you want to massage the heels or the tops of the feet in between the little bones here. Keeping a nice tall spine. I only say that because I noticed I was hunched over myself, and so make sure to keep nice and long in the torso, finding mountain pose every pose. And then let's go ahead and bring that leg back around behind us and send the right leg back as well and come into a quick little child's pose here. Inhaling. Exhaling, and then press into the palms, come back up to tabletop, send the left leg out long, and then draw the left leg all the way through, bringing the knee to the wrist, settling in, making whatever adjustments you need, curling those back toes under and lifting that back knee, pressing into the fingertips, lifting that heart, drawing the crown up to the sky. Really concentrate on the front of that right hip as you inhale. And as you exhale, just let it soften and relax and open. And then let's bring the knee back to the earth and the top of the foot and come on down to Sphinx Pose. Squaring those hips to the earth. Let's really traction those arm bones back. If you'd like to find a couple more neck rolls here, you can, or you can go ahead and come to whatever posture serves you best in this pigeon pose. If you're resting your hands to, or your forehead to your stacked hands, go ahead and switch whatever one was on the bottom to the top. Just making the brain work a little harder, building some new synapses there, tapping into our own neuroplasticity. Breathing here. Every time you exhale, let that be an opportunity to soften, relax, and surrender the weight of the body to gravity. Breathing here. And when you're ready to come out, let's inhale and press back up to our fingertips or palms. If you want to find that stretch in the front of the right thigh here, you can plant the left palm and reach back and grab that right foot in the right hand. The hand can be either to the outside or the inside of the foot, whatever feels best in your shoulder. And just breathing here, finding a focal point, because this is kind of a balance pose here too. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release and swing that right leg on around. Stack those logs here, stacking the right leg directly over the left. Again, you can put a block underneath here if that feels good, or you can really open up through the thigh by pressing into it with the heel of the hand. Encouraging that knee to come just a little bit closer to the foot underneath. And then maybe move along the thigh and the calf and the foot. Calf, I guess, is the better way. And find whatever feels good here. Maybe squeeze and release the toes. Keep that spine long though, whatever you do here. Maybe massage into the ball of the foot underneath the toes on the bottom here. Just giving yourself a little tenderness. And then let's go ahead and swing that leg back around behind us and come back to tabletop and drop into cow, arching through the back, dropping the belly. Exhale into cat. And then let's go ahead and drop the elbows where the palms were, keeping the forearms together here. Coming into heart melting pose, or anahata asana in Sanskrit, or my favorite version, puppy dog pose. And just press into those elbows, press the hips back. Really notice that opening across the armpits, down into that mouse muscle, the one you got to keep engaged all day when you're on the computer. And you can stay here just breathing and really being long across the front body. Or you can draw the knees in just a little bit closer, curl the toes under, and inhale to lift the hips up towards the sky, pressing into those heels, coming into Dolphin Pose. Inhaling across the armpit, chest, the crown of the head, hovering over the earth, pressing into the elbows, pressing into the fingers.
Maybe come up on the toes and bend and press through one leg and then alternate legs. And then if your knees are lifted, go ahead and bring them on down to the earth. And then let's come all the way to the belly, coming into Sphinx Pose. Opening up here, drawing those elbows closer to the ribs, really drawing that heart up, pressing down through the tops of the feet and the pubic bone, keeping that tailbone long to keep the small of the back nice and safe here. And then let's go ahead and come to the palms and then draw the hands all the way down the back, letting the forehead or the chin rest on the mat. Feet and legs or arms and legs are straight down alongside the body. And as you inhale, go ahead and lift the head, lift the chin, and come into a little back bend here with the cervical spine. And then exhale, coming back to the earth. And then let's just inhale the arms up and exhale the arms back to the earth. And then inhale the legs up and exhale back to the earth. And then this is yogi's choice. You can inhale head, arms, legs, or any combination thereof. Really coming into this nice gentle back bend here, which is so important for the health of our spine, strengthening the back. Really finding that same sensation of simultaneously being grounded and uplifted. Tucking that chin to keep the neck long. Let's go ahead and come back down to the earth. And then send the left arm out to the side, bending through the elbow. Actually, bend through both elbows and turn to look at the right, gaze at the right, bringing yourself down to your left temple. Then we're going to bend the right knee and draw it up towards the waistline. So I didn't really say that the best way, but we're laying on our left side of our cheek, looking over at the right forearm here. Our elbows are both bent, palms down. Right leg is bent and we're open through that right hip. The left leg is out long, the top of the foot is pressing into the earth. And we're just going to take 3 of those 3-part breaths here. Really opening up and relaxing that right hip. And you might need to adjust the flesh of the breast here, get everything out of the way so that you can really be comfortable. So even resting to a folded up blanket here might be good. You can put that right underneath the ribs to give yourself a little bit of a boost there so you're not smushed. Inhale into the belly and the chest and the ribs. And as you exhale, just soften and let go. Inhale, belly, chest, ribs. Exhale to soften. One more time. And then let's bring everything back out long, sending the arms alongside the body, bringing the forehead or the chin to the earth, and sending both legs out long behind you. Again, we'll do yogi's choice here, lifting any combination of head, arms, legs, breathing here, really pressing that belly into the earth, drawing up as if you're being lifted from the sky. And then exhale down to release. Bend both elbows, press the forearms and the palms to the earth. Bring the left or right cheek down to the mat, and then bend that left leg, drawing the left knee up towards the waistline. And let's open up that left hip here. Really adjusting. Inhale here. Finding that wonderful, expansive three-part breath. And exhale to soften, let go, relax. Belly, chest, ribs. Exhale to relax. Last time here. And then let's bring everything back to center. Bring the chin or the forehead back to the mat. Draw the arms down alongside the body, palms facing up, tops of the feet pressing into the earth here. We can come back to our any version of locust pose, lifting the arms, legs, arms, head, however you want to do it. Or you can bend both knees and reach back for each foot or ankle with each hand, drawing up into bow pose. Pressing the tops of the feet into the hands. Inhaling into the belly, lifting the heart, tucking that chin. Exhale to release. Go ahead and press up into a half plank and then come all the way back into child's pose. Let's inhale up to the knees, facing the long edge of the mat. High kneeling position here. Tops of the feet are pressing into the earth, and you can have a blanket or a folded up towel or something to cushion the knees underneath you here. Bring the hands to the hips, and let's send the right leg out to the side, pressing the sole of the foot firmly to the mat, pressing into the outside edge of the right foot here. Finding length in the torso. Let's go ahead and bring the palm of the right hand to the top of the thigh. And then inhale the left fingertips up alongside the body. Draw the heart up, draw the shoulder blades down. Find length from the knee to the fingertips. Give them a little wiggle here so you can really stretch up high. And if you'd like a little more, you can go ahead and tilt over to the right a little bit, drawing length alongside the left side body. You can take the gaze up towards the sky, opening up through the heart. Or if it's better for your neck, keep the gaze out front. And let's all try gazing down at the right hand. And as you continue to gaze down there, gently let the left fingertips float out towards the left side, stretching out at about shoulder height. Really finding an awesome stretch in the left side of the neck here. Reaching those left fingertips away. Maybe it's a better stretch if they come closer to the earth. Maybe find a little gentle movement in the neck. Noticing what you feel in the shoulder and along the arm. And then bring the palm of the right hand to the right cheek and gently lift the head back to the top of the spine. Bring the hands back to the hips, and then let's go ahead and plant the left palm or fingertips down to the mat or to a block. Keep the foot pressing down into the earth, and let's reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Getting a nice side stretch here. Opening up through the heart. Maybe drawing that right arm alongside the right ear. Really getting a nice stretch from the outside of the right foot all the way along the right hip and into the ribs and down through the fingertips. Let's inhale and open up the arm, rotating a little bit through the shoulder. 2, 3 times, and use that momentum to help you come back up to a nice, tall, high kneeling position. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead. Draw the hands to the heart. And then bring the hands to the hips again. And let's do that whole little ditty on the left side. Straightening out through the left leg, pressing into the outside of the left foot. Toes firmly planted on the earth, but not crinkled up, just nice and relaxed and open. Drawing up to your full height. Take that left palm down the left thigh and reach those right fingertips up. Inhale here, stretching long through the right side body. And then if you like, go ahead and tilt on over to the left. Getting a nice stretch here. Again, keep your gaze forward if that's best for your neck, or maybe take it up towards the sky. Finding length, spaciousness, expansion. And then go ahead and take the gaze down to the left hand and let the right palm float down towards the earth. Finding that stretch in the right side of the neck here. Just exploring the angle of the neck and the height of the arm. Finding the best possible stretch here for yourself. And then let's go ahead and let the right arm come down and bring the palm of the left hand to the left cheek, lifting back to a tall spine. Bring the hands to the hips again, and then let's go ahead and bend over towards the right, planting the fingertips or the palm, and lifting up along through the left arm, reaching the left fingertips up to the sky, pressing into that outside edge of the left foot here. And maybe you'd like to go ahead and bring the left arm alongside the left ear, stretching all the way from fingertips to the outside edge of the foot. Breathing into the left side body. And then go ahead and rotate that shoulder 1, 2, 3 times. And on that third time, use the momentum to come back up to high kneeling. Bring the hands to the hips. Reorient yourself to the long edge of the mat and go ahead and cross your legs behind you and draw your sit bones back behind your crossed legs. And let's come to the front edge of our mat, bending the knees, planting the soles of the feet on the earth. Inhaling the heart up towards the sky and exhaling just to roll gently, one vertebrae at a time, back down towards the earth. And let's bring the soles of the feet a little closer to the sit bones and take them out as wide as your mat. Open up the arms to the sky, shining the palms upward. Go ahead and press into the feet, lift the hips just a tiny little bit, and then return them back down to the earth, pressing the small of the back firmly to the mat, hugging those shoulder blades in toward one another, tucking the chin, keeping the neck long. And then let's start to gently windshield wiper the knees over to the right as you gaze to the left and back through center. Knees left, gaze right, back through center. Alternating from side to side. Finding the last bit of movement here in the hips. And next time you come to the right, go ahead and stay here, just breathing into that left hip. Maybe bring the outside of the right ankle to the outside of the left knee. And let the weight of that right foot draw the left knee away from the hip. Really making space in that hip socket. Drawing that IT band long. Breathing here. When you're ready to release, gently take the right foot away. Draw the knees back through center and take it over to the left. Again, either staying here or bringing that left foot to the top of the right thigh. And letting the weight of the left leg draw that right knee down and away. Creating length in the waist. Stretching all the way through that hip. Breathing here. And then let's go ahead and bring the knees back up to the sky. And let's inhale everything out long, stretching the fingertips away from the toes. Drawing length in the right side body and then through the left side body, finding just a yummy good morning stretch here. And then let's find our final Shavasana. Coming either to that constructive rest pose with the knees bent and touching and the feet wide on the mat. Or you can draw out your legs to the full length and let the heels be as wide as your mat here and the toes fall open to the sides. Maybe press into the heels and lift those hips again so you can snuggle that small at the back down to the mat and then open up through the arms, drawing the shoulder blades down and together. Palms shine up to the sky, chin tucks. And let's just go ahead and take one more big cleansing breath here. Inhaling in through the mouth, the nose. And then letting it go out the mouth with a nice big sigh. Let's do that again since I screwed up the first one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth with a sigh. And then just let go. Let the body take over the breath. Let the body be relaxed. Just breathing and being, finding just a few moments of stillness. Relax the jaw, the skin of the face. Let the arms and legs be heavy. And then imagine light. Maybe a white light or a soft purple light. Maybe a bright, warm yellow light, whatever color comes to mind. And imagine that the tips of your toes are glowing with that light. And that light is softly moving up through your feet and your ankles, your calves, your knees, glowing through your thighs and your hips, filling up the torso, filling up the fingers and the palms, moving upward, getting closer to the heart, waving gently up through the neck and the throat, into the jaw and the eye sockets in the back of the head and the third eye in the center of the brain, and out through the crown. And as you rest here, know that this light is bringing healing to every cell of your body. Filling it with that soft glow. Bringing harmony and balance and well-being. And then let's just find a little bit of gentle movement. Bringing some energy back to the toes and the fingers. Maybe rotating through wrists and ankles. Drawing one knee and then the other in towards the chest, and draw the nose towards the knees and give yourself a nice big hug right here. And then bring the soles of the feet back to the earth and roll to whatever side serves you best. Coming into this last little fetal position, letting the head rest to the bicep and using the top arm as a little kickstand, or maybe wrapping the top arm around the top thigh and giving yourself just another little squeeze here. And then when you're ready, press yourself back up into a nice tall seat, swinging your legs out in front of you, sending the heels out long and taking the toes up towards the sky. Let's bring the fingertips out towards the side and lift the heart, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. One more big inhale here. Exhale to just ease in, bringing softness. And then let's inhale the arms up and overhead, drawing the palms together, and exhaling down through center. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste.